Porsches are owned by old white dudes who live in the suburbs.
You're a Porsche driver. You're a Porsche driver. I'm not. But the kicking of the stupid skateboard onto the grass, dude. Like, seriously. Vroom, 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 vroom. That's cool, right? And then, kicks it into the grass and walks away.
Is that cool or what? I know. It's incredible.
The 450 horsepower Porsche Cayenne Turbo. There is no substitute.
But here's the thing. That was a very, like we talk about speaking to your tribe. That was a very tribal ad because Porsches are owned by old white dudes who live in the suburbs, right? like here's the crazy thing is in Canada, insurance premiums are calculated based upon claims, right? Like even the car, like how many?
Yeah.
It is cheaper to insure in Canada a Porsche than a Honda Civic.
Well, okay, then that's easily, you can understand those two.
Right, because the guys who drive it, they actually don't race them. They are like kind of calm, careful driver. But here's the part I love, the sound. Porsche even understands this. They have a team of engineers who are called harmonic engineers. And it's not just for making the car sound quiet inside and getting rid of wind noise. It's actually about, my daughter Crystal does not like driving my car and passing in it because she goes, it gets so angry sounding. Because when that kicks in, it's like, right? Get
out of my way.
It has a very distinct sound. They work really hard on that sound. And that sound is kind of a bit of a tribal call to everybody. And this ad was very strategic. This ad came out when they launched the Cayenne. And here's the thing about the Cayenne. Porsche was one of the first, I don't know whether it was BMW or Porsche, but they were one of the first performance car companies to come out with an SUV. And there was initially a lot of pushback on it because, well, that's not a Porsche. So this was very strategic, this whole idea of, oh no, it still sounds like one.
Right.
It's still going to give you that growl. It's still part of the history of the car. So they were tying it into all of those things. And look, the Cayenne, and then they came out with the Macan, which is what I have, which is a smaller version of the Cayenne. Those are by far their best-selling vehicles. So they've ended up becoming hugely successful. But what I love is to a car person, and you are sitting in your kitchen and that noise happened, you would walk out and check out the TV.
Yeah, my son would definitely be like, wait a second, he knows. He like that's right. And then he would go run out and take a look.
Yeah, and that's the other weird thing. The harmonics of a Ferrari is different from the harmonics of a Porsche.
Yes. But
literally it would attract, that revving was brilliant.
Well, so what I like about this one, Steve, a couple of things emotionally and that, I mean, you know me, I love a humorous ad, something I didn't expect. They did a really good job of like leaving that, all the images of the car doing its revving. You didn't see the phone on the floor, which I thought was funny. So all of those,
I love the
right.
And you could also tell how old the ad was from the phone.
Yeah. That's true. It wasn't a cell phone. No. Anyway, but like pretty cool, right? And so that whole the emotion, the fun of that was amazing. But here's what and I didn't think of this until you started talking in the video today, is thinking about Porsche and the people that resonate with Porsche. And at the Wizard Academy, there's a course called the 12 Languages.
Yes. And
so the 12 Languages of the Mind, sound being one of them, color being another one, shape being another one. Like, so there's, and guys, like, go to the wizardacademy.org, go take this course. It's really cool because it'll tell you the different ways you can talk to your clients, your consumers. But they nail it with sound. They definitely, I mean, you look at the tailpipe. Actually, you know what? Let me play the second. We have another one, guys, that really, and Stephen will go off on the whole tribe thing here.
And before you go to the second one, I just want to point out something I want people to look at.
Okay.
Because we're going to also talk about this. Porsche understands the communication of shape better than any car company out there. Let's go to this.
Wow. The bloodlines are unmistakable. The new Cayenne GTS. Porsche, there is no substitute.
Okay, so I'm not a car guy. So just so everybody understands, I'm not a car guy. I don't care what car. My wife can pick every car by the color and shape. I don't care as long as it gets me from A to B. Porsche 911 was in the ad. They have Cayenne. They have everything's in that ad, right down to their racing cars, their F1 cars. Like, it is unreal how complete. That's what they call it, bloodlines, for a reason. But I'm like going, oh, maybe a Porsche.
Well, and when I was coming back to shape, here's the other thing that is unique about Porsche. They when they design cars, and often they're criticized for it, everything looks like a 911. They have a feel and a shape and a look that they actually try to put in each one of their vehicles. Like, the headlights are a certain way, the back end, like there is a consistency that they've put through all, and that's it. Look, that's also tribal and communicates and all those other things. So they've played with shape, they've definitely played with sound, they've done all of those things, and it builds that connection with people.
Well, absolutely. I mean, like, and this is, guys, they're not talking about the interior. They're not talking about, like, none of the stuff.
They talk about nothing.
Nothing. It's this is the way it sounds. Both of those are about the way it sounds. So they were talking about one language, but then they highlighted the shape.
And they were almost all at night in an empty road. Like, no one's on the road, and you're room. You're parked at room. It's in the driveway, room. They didn't race it down any roads.
Ladies, I have to. I'm talking specifically to ladies. I have to apologize. This is definitely a dude video, because we all would do this. Like, it's almost like here's a great example of what. So Steven and I, a couple of years ago, we went to an uncovery down in Rochester, New York, and we had to drive across the border because it was easier. And I'm not a car guy. I don't really care. And we were driving in Steve's Macan. We go down, we do the uncovery. It was a great day, blah, blah, blah. We got some ideas for the client. And Steve, we're driving from the client's place back to the Airbnb. And Steve says, hey, you want to drive back? It says, you haven't driven the car. You want to drive back? And he's trying to sell me a car, which is the strangest thing. And he puts me I get in the driver, says, yeah, I'll try driving the car. And he says, okay, hey, he goes, put it in sport mode. Because it was a straightaway, and there was this little S curve in the straightaway, because we had driven it 2 or 3 times. And I'm like, okay, so come to a stop, go to the side road, put it in sport mode, go back in, and rum. I was like, oh Jesus! I didn't even hear the engine, barely from the inside of the car.
Give her.
And I was tentatively, I'm like going like, how fast is it gonna go? But then it takes, and like, so like, guys, understand, or ladies, please, I apologize with this whole video. It is definitely, if you want to talk to the tribe, this is a dude thing. It really, really is. Now, I'm not saying all women, because there's going to be a few that are going to go in the comments and go, I would totally do the same thing. Absolutely. Yeah. So you should. I just know all guys are boys inside. We never really grew up in that sound and doing that thing. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, but that's the whole point. So we often talk about great ad copy, almost no copy in this because it was just the sound, but great ads attract your audience.
Correct.
And that's what they did brilliantly in this, and also strategically made the Cayenne part of their lineup. So it was really, really well done, but a great example of communicating to your using the ad to attract your people.
No, this is good. I was so happy when you brought it up. And I watched the ads before we got on this time. Normally we don't start that way, but oh my God, it was so good. Thank you everybody for watching. We will be back in a week or so. Okay, we'll be back in exactly a week because we can grab these weekly. If you want to learn more about the 12 languages of the mind, you can go over to thewizardacademy.org. I'll put a link in the description. Anyway, thanks, Steve. Another good one.
All right, thanks, man.